Do you think AI will overtake humans?
No, I am not insecure of AI at all.
And today we have with us Swati Agrawal ma'am. Nearly 50% of MBA graduates may be unemployed in 2025-2026. Do you think this reflects a real crisis in our education system?
And Upgrade is basically bringing new age skills.
Why do you think so many students still feel lost even after getting the degree? So hello everyone, welcome back to the Family Munch. And today we have with us Swati Agrawal ma'am, who is a director at Time and Upgrade Jabalpur, and who is a PhD scholar at IIM Indore, and someone who has mentored 10,000 plus students. So welcome to the show, ma'am.
Thank you so much. It's great to be here at the Family Munch.
Okay, ma'am, there are reports suggesting that nearly 50% of MBA graduates may be unemployed in 2025-2026. So do you think this reflects a real crisis in our education system?
A very relevant question, plus a question which many students will have, but they don't know how to seek answer to this. So I'm happy that you're asking me this question. See, understand, MBA as a program is available at many colleges, right? But when you go through the right route, what is the right route? You give the national level entrance exam, which is you give CAT. You compete with the best minds of the country and seek a seat for yourself in one of the top institute. Then you are secured, because you have got into that quality circle जहाँ पे आप सही MBA की learning भी पाओगे, you will get the right peer, the right professors, the right corporate connection, and eventually the right placement also. It is the lower chunk, who are doing MBA without really inquiring कि are they enrolling at the right places, are they going for the right programs, and are they going through the right route? That is, if they don't do that effort, of giving the exam and then writing and getting selected, that's where it's a risky affair.
Okay.
With your experience at Upgrade, what is that one future-proof skill which is necessary for all the students?
For all the students, I feel technical skills will come and go. Yes, data analysts, data scientists are very much in demand today. Even digital marketers like two of you. But it is, the communication and the leadership skills. That is something which I have seen even, in the students we teach, that is needed. So whether you are learning technology or you are learning management or anything else, if you don't hone your personality, then you will not have that confidence to go. So here we do train students on soft skill as well, so that when they are at the interview table, they don't fumble. They are not confident, lesser, confident to answer. So that is one area they should work on.
Do the platforms like Upgrade bridges the gap between earning and learning?
Yes, very much. That is exactly where Upgrade is positioned. It is trying to bridge the gap, at the same time shorten the distance between learning and getting into a profession. Because the courses that we have, they are industry tailored. So maybe I come from a commerce background and I have never learned a coding language, or I don't know ABC of technology. But the courses are made in such a way that you start from something as simple as Excel, and in a 6 months period, you are there, you can become a data scientist. So this is a very short span. Therefore, this is where Upgrade has a role to play.
There are many students who start to learn but fail to complete the course. So what is that one thing which Upgrade provides to make students be consistent on that?
That's a very relevant question. It's like, I start with a bang, but then my energy fizzles out.
Yes.
So to address that is the reason that Upgrade started opening physical centers. Because online, lot of students were there, but nobody is watching behind the screen, whether you are watching the lecture properly or you are, checking your Instagram update. There is no one, because there are so many things to distract you. Plus a subject that we teach, that is data analytics or data sciences, it requires practice. So when you practice, and you will have some area, you know, जहाँ आप जाके फंस जाओगे, जहाँ पे आपको लगेगा somebody should be there to help me, and you will not have your online tutor at that point of time, which is where we are there. Classroom में the teacher is there, that physically teacher is always present, तो आप वो connect बना सकते हो. You will always have access to the right person to learn smoothly. ये जो आपके path breakers आते हैं ना, जो आपकी speed को रोकते हैं या आपको डराते हैं कि अब क्या होगा, नहीं हो पाएगा, that is where, you know, the mentor has a role to play, जो हम learning center में provide.
As a mentor, how would you advise our students to overcome fear and stress?
So procrastination, if you know, कल करेंगे, normally that is the reason that, you know, when that time comes, तो आप देखते हो कि अरे अब मैं कैसे करूँ. So one thing which you can always do is plan better. If you plan things, you will never fall in a situation like that. And you will know कि हाँ, आज मेरे पास इतना time है, I can go out and watch a movie with my friends, I can shoot a reel, and at the same time I can do my preparation also. अगर वो sorted है तो फिर no problem.
If you had to predict next 10 years, do you think AI will overtake humans, or our students will still need a human like you or a mentor like you?
Yeah, so to answer that shortly, no. I am not insecure of AI at all because one, lot of people think कि AI will take our jobs. See, AI should be used rightly. Like if we use AI tools, it can help me make a presentation faster, it can help me make a report easier, right? But when I'm presenting that in the boardroom, AI will not come and present it for me. If I want to make a group of people understand the meaning of numbers which AI has produced, I would be needed there. Or if I want to convince or negotiate with a client, AI will not do that. So that is where the interpersonal skills will always be fresh and needed.
Ma'am, if a student watching this is confused about their career right now, and what would be the first step you would suggest, and how can platforms like Upgrad help to them?
So the first step I would say is DM and say that I need some guidance.
Okay.
That is what most of the people hesitate to do. है ना कि पूछना है कि नहीं. So do that. Please don't hesitate. Ask whoever you think. It could be a neighbor, it could be a cousin, it could be a school teacher, a college teacher, or us. Whoever you think, please ask for the right guidance. And Upgrad is basically bringing new age skills.
Okay.
So if you don't know, at least we know that what is, you know, selling like hotcakes. So why don't you become that cake? You know, why don't you train in something which industry is asking for?
Okay.
That's where we will help.
What was the defining moment that triggered your transition from the healthcare sector in Kolkata to leading Time in Jabalpur?
So I moved to the city of Jabalpur in 2015, and while I was still trying to figure out what is going to be my next, you know, step, I just happened to be one day in my own institute, and I had not started teaching then, and it was an empty classroom, and I saw that there was a sheet of what we call logical ability. That's a subject in aptitude. So it was there, and I just picked it up and I started solving question on the board.
Okay.
And I wrote on the entire board and I was solving that question. That's when, you know, one of my well-wisher, he just walked in and he said that your board work is great. Why don't you take a class?
Oh.
And I was like, you know, he's joking. But then that's how it just started, and I took my first session and I was really nervous. This was way back in 2015. But since then it has not been, you know, any way looking back. I really enjoy, I always feel that when I'm in the classroom, you know, जब मैं class में होती हूँ, तो I forget everything else, you know, that is my most relaxing phase.
Okay.
So yeah.
So you teach logical ability.
I teach quantitative aptitude, which is
Quantitative
maths,
aptitude,
and
okay.
also logical ability.
Okay.
And I train students for personality development as well.
Great. So you have gone from healthcare to career coaching to being a research scholar. Do you think specialization is overrated? And how do you manage to become an expert in such different fields?
So I can say that I am a child of destiny. And yes, so specialization is important, but at the same time, we use a term in PhD, you know, circle, which is called multidisciplinary.
हाँ.
Today, nothing can exist in silos. You know, we have to exist with lot of other things. So likewise, if you think about career counseling or you think about education, it has overlaps, and that's where, you know, I found my space, wherein I was into service. Healthcare is a service industry.
Exactly.
Where you don't sell a product, but rather you connect with people, you
People.
connect through emotions. So likewise here, my emotions are with my students. So it is the same thing in a way.
Okay, so how has studying at IIM Indore changed the way you think about decisions?
IIM Indore gave me an opportunity to become a student again, because I was teaching, you know, I was on
Exactly,
the
हाँ.
other side of the classroom for many, many years. So when I got back again, it gave me memories of my campus experience when I was doing my MBA. And I also realized that now I'm in a different phase of life. Earlier, you know, when I was in B school, so I passed from TAPMI in Karnataka. I was a student back then, and you know, I was all free just to indulge in the MBA life. But here, I have many other things to manage. Just to say, I'm a mother of 2 kids as well.
Exactly.
So decision making becomes very important. So it helped me understand how to manage my time and my responsibilities.
Okay, one important question. If you could change one thing about the entrance exam, like CAT, okay, based on your experience at time, what would it be?
So if I want to bring about a change in the entrance exam, or rather the way people perceive entrance exam, so there's always, you know, this major fear that, okay, it's a national level exam. How will I be able to do it? So normally a student who has always been a mediocre student, जिसने कभी 80 या 90 स्कूल लेवल पे स्कोर नहीं किया था, that student will always think that it's not my cup of tea, you know, मेरे बस की बात नहीं है. But it's not like that. I have seen many students at our institute transform like anything. If your heart lies, you know, अगर आपका मन लग गया है कि ये तो मुझे करना ही है, trust me, it is doable. And it is not because आपने मेहनत की, obviously that is one of the factor. But entrance exam is happening at the national level. Now understand, when you are competing with your classroom students, आपकी क्लास में 100 students होंगे, but यहाँ पे आप lakhs के साथ compare कर रही हो, तो हो सकता है कि you know you will actually be better. You feel कि मैं यहाँ हूँ, पर आप जब national level compare करोगे तो आप देखोगे आप इधर हो. That is something which you can't feel until you get into that. You know, you have to try it once. So I want the awareness to increase about the entrance
exams. My next question is, why do you think so many students still feel lost even after getting the degree?
One, when you got that degree, ask yourself that you spent 3 or 4 years to get that degree. What did you do in those 3 and 4 years? Did you really sit in that classroom and study? Did you regularly attend college? So that is one thing, why they feel lost. The other thing is they seek lot of things. Like the other day I met a student, 15 minutes की meeting थी हमारी. He asked me about stock trading, he asked me about digital marketing, he asked me about UPSC exam, and I was wondering कि मैं उसको क्या बताऊँ, because उसको सब जानना है. What is it that you want to do? या थोड़ा सा तो बताओ कि मुझे अकाउंट्स बिल्कुल पसंद नहीं है, तो मैं ये बोलूँगी भाई फिर आप मत जाओ, उससे रिलेटेड फील्ड्स में मत जाओ. या मुझे तर्कबाजी बहुत पसंद है, तो आई वुड से दैट बिकम अ लॉयर, यू नो. सो समथिंग यू हैव टू थिंक कि यार मुझे क्या पसंद है. It may not always be a subject, it could be just something that you like doing. So that's where, you know, as a career advisor, we understand कि अच्छा इसको ये 1 2 3 चीज़ें click कर जाएगी, then we can suggest that. Mostly students are trying to do everything nowadays and ending up doing nothing.
They are basically exploring everything. कि यहाँ जाके देखते हैं क्या होगा.
कि आजकल हम थोड़ा सा मेहनत से कतराते हैं.
ये बात.
We don't want to give that input, हमें फटाफट output चाहिए. So that is also a mindset which needs to change a bit.
So what are 2-3 simple habits student can follow daily to stay mentally strong during preparation?
Okay. One, as I mentioned earlier, let's say they are preparing for an exam or they want to participate in something, whatever is their goal, they should have a timeline to it. That, okay, this is the time and I will work towards it daily, weekly, monthly in this way.
Okay.
So a plan should be there. 2, do something which gives you joy as well. So choose a passion. If you like reading a book, if you want to, if you like going to gym, or you like painting, so identify that one thing. क्योंकि जब आप कुछ चीज़ें करियर के लिए कर रहे हो या थोड़ा डेडिकेट होके कर रहे हो, you get burned out. तो you should have that thing, you know, कि अच्छा मैं ये कर लेता हूँ 4 घंटे, फिर मैं 1 घंटे जाके I will do this. Somewhere, you know, your mind will start learning कि अच्छा ये करने के बाद वो reward मिलेगा मुझे. So that you can do. And the third thing I feel is healthy living. Most of the time, you know, nowadays our life is so rushed up and we don't really value our health. And somewhere it does take a toll on our mental capability also. So I feel one should be more sensitized towards healthy living.
If success had nothing to do with money or titles, what would it mean to you?
Okay, for me, success means making a difference in somebody's life. So if, let's say, a student comes back to me, married with kids, and then, you know, tells me or recalls his time with us, that is what is success for me. I would know that I have made a difference in somebody's life.
For the women who feel their career is ended by having children, so that one advice you would like to give to those women?
Okay, so yes, I would say that when a woman enters motherhood, she realizes her own potential. Like you become more efficient. In literature, there is a term, it is called superwoman syndrome. Yes, so I'm writing a paper on mothers right now, a research paper. So therefore, I've been reading a lot on this. So there is this term, and it is applicable to women who have become mothers. Because when you become, you realize your own efficiency. So it's not that the weight of childcare pulls you down. ऐसा नहीं है. It helps you realize कि अच्छा मेरे में इतना potential है. I can do this also. You learn how to co-balance things. Just that आपके अंदर वो इच्छा होनी चाहिए. That हाँ मुझे कुछ करना है. I don't just have to do this. I have to do a lot more. When my kids will grow up, they should look at me and they should be proud of me. तो उसके लिए भी मेहनत करनी पड़ेगी साथ साथ.
So ma'am, there are many online platforms today. So what makes a platform like Upgrad actually stand out?
Couple of things. One, we have made a legacy because we have been for more than 10 years now.
Okay.
So that gives you a proof that, you know, the course works or it is something that teaches students.
Okay.
Two, our offline presence, which I have already mentioned, that it brings learning closer and better. That is there. And three, I would say the vision that the leaders at Upgrad have. They do want to reach out to many cities and make AI a household word. So which means that an institute like this is here to stay, because you have heard about lot of online platforms, you know, which boomed during COVID, have all closed down. So that is not going to happen with at least Upgrad.
So ma'am, how AI is useful for research?
Yeah, so that is a oft debated question in the research ecosystem. कि should AI be used from an ethical point of view, कि AI use करना भी चाहिए कि नहीं. So yeah, if you use AI to write a research paper, तो पहली बात तो वो पकड़ा जाएगा. Nobody will publish it. So that way AI should not be used. But AI can be used to make plans. So when you make a research plan and you want to understand कि already कितना knowledge है. Suppose मुझे I want to know about AI usage in Indian classroom. अगर ये topic है. So before I do any research, I should first know कि already क्या काम हो चुका है, right? We call it the literature review. So that's where you can use AI. AI जल्दी से अभी तक के सारे papers को study करके आपको बता देगा कि this is all that has been researched, but this you can research.
Okay.
So you should know where to use AI in research.
Okay. Can you share some AI tools which students can use?
So there are certain umbrella tools like Claude is there, Grok is there, ChatGPT everybody knows. So these are some umbrella tools which help in almost everything that you do. But apart from this, there are very specific tools also, which if used rightly with the correct prompt can give you really good results. So I'll name a few. One, you can use Midjourney for creating images. You can use Gamma for making presentation. You can use Perplexity for getting reports. Like I personally use Claude and Grok a lot. So these are very useful tools.
Ma'am, let's take a situation. A student has been scoring average marks throughout throughout the years and believes he is not capable of anything. So how would you break his mindset and help him improve?
I would want to spend some time with him and understand some of his life experiences, because whatever we believe about ourselves is always a build up on what we have gone through. So there must have been certain experiences during his school days when he grew up which always made him feel कि नहीं मैं तो mediocre हूँ. So I will first try to counsel him through that. Then I would also want him to show a bright future. So I would ask him what is it that he wants to do. He may end up answering कि मुझे world tour करना है. He may end up saying that I want to buy a very premium watch for my mother. Or he may say that I want to give a lecture to a class full of students. तो वो क्या चीज़ है जिससे उसका पूरा passion जुड़ा है. And somewhere that's where I'll tell him कि हाँ इसके लिए आपको मेहनत करनी है.
Okay, you have tagged yourself as traveler and cooking enthusiast. So is there a specific place you have visited that completely shifted your mindset?
Yeah. So my favorite place is a city called Manipal.
Manipal.
Yeah,
Okay.
that is in Karnataka. And when I moved to that city, which was during my MBA, I had never explored down south cities of India.
Okay.
So it gave me a totally different experience of culture, of the life being in a different city as a young person. And I even visited the same city 4 months back to check whether I still have the love for that city.
Okay.
And I realized there's no competition.
You are a high achiever who chose to build in Jabalpur. We see so many people moving Mumbai or Delhi. So what's that one Jabalpur advantage you would suggest that entrepreneurship should be stayed in Jabalpur?
So while today coming, for this podcast, I was having the same discussion with my colleague that I have stayed in Calcutta. I'm born and brought up, and I have seen the merits and demerits. The first week that I landed in Jabalpur, this place really excited me because I could go to shopping after a long day at work as well, because everything is so close by, everything is accessible. There is hardly anything called traffic here. So which is what I really liked, because today people in metro cities are spending hours just honking or waiting with their legs on the brake. I don't have to do that here. It allows me at least 3 to 4 hours of my life extra every day. What more do I ask for? And to answer as an entrepreneur why this city is great. So one, because it is a smaller city, there are a lot of things which we as open minds can bring to the city, which we have seen elsewhere, and the city is yet to get exposed to it. So one, opportunity of getting into that unexplored zone. Two, because of again the length and breadth of the city, it allows us to invest. For all the future entrepreneurs, I would say, you can always experiment with your business here. You don't have to shell lakhs of money. बहुत बड़ा capital नहीं चाहिए. You can start small, do your pilot. If it works, sky's the limit.
As an entrepreneur in Jabalpur, what do you think is the biggest untapped opportunity in Jabalpur?
So as an entrepreneur, there are multitude of opportunities. If we talk about manufacturing industry, for example, food processing is something which the government is promoting since last 2-3 budgets. So there is so much that we can do. It can be about modern day packaging and recyclable products, which I believe a lot is happening at other places. So we can start here in a small scale with less capital, as I was saying. So there are things which one can do in manufacturing. In the service industry, like AI, is a new area, which the city is hardly exposed to much. There can be, I would say, healthcare. Healthcare also, we hardly have the national chains here. But yeah, it is not possible for an entrepreneur to start that big, but they can start from very small level, like telemedicine, and there are so many other areas even in service industry that can be done. So that's where I feel that every sector that you think of, our city has a scope that we can grow. Something which I would add, not from an entrepreneurial point of view, but from the government side, I can say that tourism is something which we have in abundance. And I have been to some of the other countries and I have seen the way they promote, because of which tourists flock these countries, especially the Southeast Asian countries. In MP itself, we have so much to showcase and we hardly talk about it. So that's a very big untapped area.
Tourism.
Yeah, and it would automatically give opportunity to the local business people to thrive.
Okay. So you lead Time in Jabalpur. Okay. A brand synonymous with intense competition. So how has the definition of a successful career changed for Jabalpur youth over the last 5 years?
Okay. So in the last 5 years, obviously that includes the watershed event of COVID, okay, where we had these home studies and everything, when the youth was just transitioning from school to college and they were all sitting at home. So the digital world has exploded like anything. There are a lot of content creators, influencers and podcast makers who have made it to the headline, and people realize ki, okay, this is where the business lies and it makes sense to do that. So that is one. The other is, because everybody had time and everybody had a phone and an internet connection with them, they started exploring. So there is an online version to almost everything which was earlier offline. Chahe wo grocery mangwana hai, chahe wo padhai karna hai, chahe wo personal services hai. So that is the transformation that has happened in general.
Okay. So you are a research scholar, a director and a mommy of 2. So how do you manage your life basically?
So I follow certain trackers in Excel and in my mind.
Okay.
So what I do is, so for example, it is holiday time right now. I know my kids are at home and the moment they get up, they would just want me and they are not bothered about my work.
Okay.
So I get up early in the morning around 6 and I spend 2.5 hours for my PhD work, because my mind is calm, my house is silent, and I do it then. And then my day starts. I give couple of hours to my family and then I head to work. And then I usually apportion my time between upgrad and my other institute. And that's how, everything just falls into place.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you just need to plan it and the thing works out.
So ma'am, if a student wants to enroll in Upgrad, so how he can enroll if he is in Jabalpur for offline classes and if he want to go online? So, okay.
Yeah, so it is very simple. We offer at present 4 certification courses which are usually between 4 to 6 months duration. They are for data analyst, data scientist, digital marketing and full stack developer.
Okay.
And for each of these courses, the course, apart from the classroom training, it includes a interface for practice, testing. It also includes soft skill training, internship, which upgrades sources for the students, and then finally a job assistance, which will last for 3 years.
Okay.
To avail this, you can visit our center, which is there in Right Town, in the Right Town Stadium at 3rd floor. And you can also contact us online or at our telephone number.
Okay.
So that's how you can always reach us. We are there on Instagram as well. And apart from these offline courses that we had a lot of requests from school students as well.
Okay.
So we have curated a short AI summer camp course,
Okay.
which is for students from class 7 onwards.
Okay.
So if you are in grade 7 or onwards, so there is one category from 7 to 10 and the other is from 11 to 12.
Okay.
You can enroll with us. Plus, we have a AI course for moms. We call it AI for super moms.
Oh.
Yes, and these are all short courses. While you are free at your home, you can enroll and quickly get a taste of AI and practice it in your daily
Okay.
life.
Okay. Excellent. Okay. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, ma'am, for coming. So please do enroll in Upgrad, and thanks for the podcast. Thanks for watching the podcast.
Thank you so much. I thoroughly enjoyed.
Okay.